Hi everyone, Nathan Nemmer here from Mighty Lancer Games. Welcome to this evening's stream of painting and chatting and cool stuff. Wowzers. I just looked up and saw your mini. saw a bum.
This is Elise the Witch, and she certainly has a clock and booty, as well as boots and stockings. She has got lots and lots of detail on it. I don't think that you can get her anymore, can you? Can you get her anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, you can get her? Yeah, cool.
Yeah, you just can't get that version that you're painting.
Okay, would you like to elaborate on that one?
Yeah, so she is a heavy metal miniature.
She is.
The P65 range that you can't get anymore. I have just blobbed over the edges of the bit that I was trying to paint.
So, Pete would like you to hydrate. He would like you to put a hat on despite the fact you can't see you, and a wig despite the fact you can't see you. And he would also like you to stretch.
Excellent. Well, I will just finish wrecking the eyes, and then I will do all those things.
So I have tea. Oh, everyone's going to complain about the state of my tea now.
I'm hydrated.
You're hydrated with some milk?
Yep.
Excellent.
I've got some tea, green tea.
Yeah, but I have my tea quite milky, don't I? And people will be like, oh no, milky tea. Hi Sharon, hi Tony, hi Roy, hi Wicked D, hi C. Johnner. So yes, I am.
Hi everyone.
He's over there making lots of noises, stretching, and I'm painting Elise the Witch. So today I have done some of her skin and her eyes. I've tried to make these look like stockings, but I think I probably failed miserably in that, to be fair.
Oh, you look alright to me, darling.
And I'm going to paint her pumpkin, who is looking very happy with his little self. So that's what I'm going to do. Pete would like you to do a posture check.
I just have.
Right, and says hello after all of those rewards.
Yeah.
As long as it's wet and warm, what's the worry? Yes, yeah. It's just that people get a bit upset about tea, don't they? This is my tea, but I like it like that, so that's what I have. And you don't have milk, so you have green tea.
I have green tea, and mine looks like this.
Yeah, yours is just black. So I am going to use Fireball Orange, which is a yellow label, which probably means that we don't have it now. Do they just still do yellow?
I think Fireball Orange, I looked it up the other day, didn't I? Fireball Orange and Burning Orange, and one of them's been renumbered as a 9-4 code, and the other one hasn't. I can't remember which way around it is.
One of them has and one of them hasn't. You don't know which one.
No.
Yeah, I can't remember.
So this is what I am doing, Fireball Orange, and I'm going to do this pumpkin. What are you doing? I might add a little bit of black to my Fireball Orange, because
I'm going to use some US Field Drab to paint the netting around this bottle, which is on my genie's waist. And
Sounds awesome.
yeah,
If you can do it correctly.
yeah, and hopefully I can do it without painting all the bottle US Field Drab. Like I've just painted his face Mystic White, which is the colour I wanted to use for his eyes. So we'll have to go back and do a little bit of touching up on those. Going to try and get this genie finished this evening.
Ooh, you set yourself a big challenge there.
I have. But he's almost done. It's only like a few little details finishing up.
Okay, so that sounds good. Done to. If
Yeah. Can you all hear little Miss in the background?
I don't know if you can.
So what colours have you used on the blue skin and everything? Yeah, we could do so she can hear.
Okay.
I suppose it's half term. Half term, so you're still up, aren't you?
Yay.
Yeah, she's got a den. There's a den under the table with lots of blankets and cushions.
Soft.
Roy says hello. Hello, little miss.
Hi.
Tony says it was nice to catch you all in the shop today. Yes, Tony's been in the shop today. Spent the day fiddling with my tufts. So go on then, what colours have you used? Your camera angle is quite rubbish, but that green's nice.
This is... I'm going to have to use it again shortly. This is mossy green. See, this is another yellow label paint. Mossy green. Look, you can barely see the writing on it.
Have you used it lots of times?
Yeah.
Is that why the label
That's why the label's wearing off. Yes. So, skin. What I have done on the skin is a little bit late. Oh, no!
What?
Done it. Sorry, by the way, I just poked the microphone with my paintbrush, so probably made a load of noise. I've done what I didn't want to do and got onto the green with the brown.
Oh, for you.
I know. It's alright. It's nothing that we can't rescue. Skin. So, undercoated with grey primer, Reaper grey primer, I believe. I think that's what I did. And which is quite a light grey. And then
Yeah, I can remember when I saw it and it was just pure grey.
And then I put Citadel Contrast Athematic Blue over the top. And that, I haven't actually done anything else to it since. So the skin is contrast paint over Reaper Grey Primer currently. And to be fair, I was planning on leaving it pretty much like this, the smoke and the skin, leaving it pretty much like this, maybe just putting a fine highlight in certain places, and then leaving it as it is. Wicked D, it's okay. It only deafened me a little bit. Awesome. Yeah, Tony.
Get your sub box today, Wicked D. I know Tony called and got his.
Yeah, Tony brought us some gifts.
Ooh,
It
what's
was
that?
extremely kind of him. Some awesome stuff. Brought us some terrain for us to use in the shop.
Handy.
Yeah, and some books and a box of orcs, which is absolutely awesome, Tony. I opened it after you'd gone, and it is amazing. Thank you very much. And a special gift for you.
What was the special gift? I've not heard anything about this at all, so I don't really know what you're talking
An amazing model that Tony has painted for your mum.
about. Cool.
Awesome.
It sounds epic.
It is. I'll show you a picture when we're finished
Okay.
on here. Right then. So how does this cord fasten onto there? I think that's that piece of string in there. So today I'm trying out one of the different Rosemary & Co brushes. This is a series 22, which I like the bristles, so it's a number 1, and the bristles are longer even than the series 33, and it's very nice to use.
Cool.
Hi, Kaminoka.
Hi.
I'm being really careful though to make sure that as I get the paint on the thing, that I twist it to make sure I don't damage the point.
What do you mean twisted?
So as you get your paint on your brush and it's all wet, rather than always be dragging it in the same direction. So you twist it slightly as you're pulling it out of the paint, and it helps keep the point a little bit better, apparently. Definitely the fanciest paintbrushes I think I've used. Well, I suppose I've had those Artist Opus ones that I haven't touched for ages. And
is there any difference?
yeah, maybe the handles are a little chunkier on those. I don't know. Let's have a quick comparison.
Quick comparison.
Yeah, let's just put Genie down a second. No, actually, I think they're about the same.
Everyone always likes a quick comparison.
So that's an Artist Opus Season S. Maybe the handles... I don't know if it's just a... I'll have to measure it. I don't know if the handles are the same, but they look different because one's black and one's white. Where's the Series 33? Let's have a comparison here.
Do you want me to have a look for you? Do you want me to come and have a look?
Yeah, come and have a look. Tell me what you think.
Monica says, got some of the red dot brushes from the store last week. Pretty sure they gave me a +4 to my painting rolls. Awesome.
Yeah, excellent. Right,
Sharon says black
Nobody can
slimming,
see.
that's why.
So, what do you think?
Well, we can't see what you're both looking at now.
So, I think that the number one looks very similar to the Series 33. If anything, the Series 33 has got slightly longer bristles. And if I put the Series 22 next to the Series 33, you will be able to see, if I line all the ferrules up, you will see that the Series 22 that I'm using this evening has ever so longer a ferrule, and if I line that up with the thing, the bristles are ever so slightly fatter, even though that and the 33 are both number ones. It's a little more full-bodied at the base and just ever so slightly longer.
That's
But
good.
the main difference is that we don't sell.
We don't sell Artist Opus, no.
We do sell rosemary.
Yeah.
We do sell it,
Yeah. Rosemary and Co. Definitely enjoying the Rosemary and Co. brushes. Right then, what was I doing?
Don't know, what were you doing?
I was painting US Field Drab onto string. That's what I was doing. Yeah.
I'm getting confused with what I'm doing on your table.
Getting confused? Why?
Yeah, because I couldn't find a piece in the drawing bit on the game.
Tony says, Rosemary and Co are a winner for me.
Oh,
We had chicken dinner on Sunday. Winner, chicken dinner. I am currently, if anybody's interested, using a mix of Fireball Orange and Black to get this darker orange colour, and then going over the top with just some Fireball Orange to get some lighter sections on my very happy little pumpkin. Yes, he's got a big smiley face on him.
We always like things with
I used on her skin, tan flesh,
cool.
maiden flesh, and sunburnt flesh, which I borrowed off your table but I've put back on.
Okay.
I gave up. I've just passed Mrs. a glass of Bailey's and she thought I'd given her a cold coffee. Was that before or after she tasted it there? I'm slightly worrying if it was after she tasted it. Hello, Goblin Squire. Are you streaming this evening, my dear? I hadn't seen on Twitter to know, so I was not sure. I am. Excellent. Well, we will come over as always then. I assumed you would be, but I just hadn't seen. What are you painting this evening? Are you painting the bottom of a witch like me?
I don't think he will.
You don't think I'd be painting a witch's bottom?
No.
No. Maybe not. Yes, I haven't been very well today, but managing to... Oh, that's good. Not that good that you haven't been very well, good that you are feeling better enough to stream. Well enough to stream.
That's handy that he's feeling better.
Yes, it is, it is.
Awesome. Awesome.
You were right over there, jumping into your little self?
Yeah.
Was there something that
Absolutely.
you were going to tell us?
No, I'm...
We rely on you for all the up-to-date information about stuff. Goblin Squire is going to be painting Gornfield for the RCL. Yours is the RCL, isn't it? That you're painting.
Yeah, mine is my trio mini with Sharon and Deathly.
And this was my trio of that's Gornfield, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a trio with Goblin Squire. Yeah, there you go.
I'm going to
Really? You're coming over?
get out of the table.
There you go.
Well, it's getting squished.
Alright, can I put him back now?
That's pretty.
Oh, it's pretty, is it?
But at the same time, creepy.
Little Miss says this is pretty. It's nice.
At the same time, creepy.
At the same time as being creepy.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the 26th of October already. I have absolutely no idea what happened to October.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous how fast it's gone. But I have done my monthly RCLs. So this little lady is for my seasonal theme for the 3 monthly. So I'm quite happy that I got my monthly ones done. Pete says you've got to have a drink. Everybody have a drink and make yourself hydrated. Done that. Tony says I got the Elemental lot this weekend. They're fabulous minis. I like the fishy water chappy.
You've totally lost me.
Yeah, there's a guy who reminds me of Merman from He-Man.
Stretch. Moxie would like you all to have a nice stretch.
And then I hit my hand on the
Why is
Hi,
there always
Moxie.
so much noise that goes on with the stretching?
top of the table.
Is
because I've got a backache.
is that part of stretching? Is it you got to make all the noise?
Yeah.
So I am just using Riser Rust, a Citadel dry paint, which is supposed to look like rust, but I really like it for making my pumpkins a little bit brighter. So this is what I am doing right now. Wiki D says I've just my PC left for the just my player character left for the RCL and all their bases because for some reason I decided it would be easier to do them all at the end. And how is that working out for you? Are we going like, oh no, now I've got to do all the bases? I suppose it depends what you're doing to them. Really. You might have found it was easier if you're going to do something fancy, like stick anything to them or whatever, to do them before you painted your minis. But it depends on how you want to do things. I don't like doing bases, so I always end up leaving them to the last and then just painting them grey in a really, really boring way.
Wicked D says, please tell me next month not to be so silly. So I guess she's not enjoying leaving him till the end.
Yeah.
Little Miss is very, very much enjoying Wicked D's streams, which is handy that it's half term because normally she wouldn't be able to watch them because she'd be in bed. And every day, every single day, she asks me if Wicked D is doing a stream. And if I say no, she sulks. So I told her today we were doing a stream and she went, "Aw, is Wicked D not doing one?" So that's nice, isn't it? Oh, go on. She's going to tell me a fact now. Go on then.
I do like watching Goblin Squire streams.
Oh, you like watching Goblin Squire streams as well? Well, that's handy, isn't it? You're not bothered about watching ours then?
No.
Craig says, started my Legion impulse purchases by painting the Royal Imperial Guard. Red is red, right?
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, you've certainly confused me by saying a load of words at the same time.
Well, I don't think that Craig was really specifically talking to you under the table over there.
I know, but I can hear both of them.
I know you can.
Yeah.
I just whacked my foot.
So what are you doing over there then?
If I was going to play Legion, I would definitely go with the Imperials.
Why?
Because they're coolest. They've got all the best stuff.
The best stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
What am I doing? I am painting some Reaper Nightmare Black from the goodie bag, the Halloween ghoulie bag. I'm using some Nightmare Black just on these little strange vessel-y things that are hanging from the genie's waist.
Belt waist.
So this Nightmare Black is like I would describe it as being very much like black indigo. It's a really, really dark blue. Did a little colour test with it the other day against some black indigo and a couple of other colours, which I've painted over the top of now. Oh, bits of tuft all over here as well.
Oh, what have you been using tufts on?
On the Minotaur's base last night, I hadn't realised that when I clipped some of them down a little bit, I made some mess.
That's what mine.
Craig says, built all that stuff the other day, Nathan. All built up in about 2 hours. Just got to paint them all now.
No, and yeah, I understand that some of the Legion figures are a bit tricky to put together, but I think the stuff that you picked up isn't quite so bad. The droids apparently are absolutely awful to put together. The battle droids, because they're in so many pieces and they're really fiddly. Yeah, Nightmare Black. It's quite nice.
Is it a colour that they're going to do?
I think it's a bit like the pumpkin orange. I think it's a one and done kind of promo colour. So we got some pumpkin orange here, and haven't used it yet, but it is quite a dark orange. I think that's quite similar. Oh, did I do this colour comparison the other day? It is quite similar to burning orange, although that's on black and this is on white, so it's difficult to tell.
See, Jono says, can you get Ewoks? And Craig says, Death Troopers are a pain, the rest are okay. Hoping to get a game in on Thursday night.
Excellent. You can't get Ewoks yet, not official miniatures, but apparently they're not going to be too far away. Right then, where do I need to go with this guy next? He's almost there. I think I need to fix his face.
Oh, what's wrong with his face?
It got a little bit of mystic white onto his eyelids.
Okay. Guessing
So-
that you didn't want to mystic
No.
white up his eyelids.
No, I think what I might do is I might just go straight for the contrast paint over the top and see if I can, because the mystic white is very bright, so I wonder if this over the top of that's going to look just bizarre or not. So we'll give that a whirl and see what it looks like.
Bizarre. What do you mean by bizarre?
Strange.
Oh.
Yeah, very strange.
I myself are strange and unusual. So, do we think he should have, I don't know, what kind of eyes do we think? Craig says them candy ink washers would look great on the Genie model. I think you used contrast paint, didn't you? From the
Yeah, contrast paint for the skin I used. This is a thematic blue. I haven't really tried out the candy inks. A lot of the different ink effects and stuff. But Tony was telling me earlier on that the interference paints from Green Stuff World apparently look really cool. Might have to give some of those a try out at some point.
So Flickums, Mr is painting a Reaper Genie and I am painting Elise the Witch by Reaper Miniatures. I'm just painting her pumpkin and thinking, how am I going to do its eyeballs? Alright. Yeah, because he's such a happy little chappy, look. I don't know.
Happy little chappy.
He is a happy little chappy. But she is rather quite small. So, that's my fingernail. Yeah, pumpkin.
Yeah, interference paints. I'll be honest.
It's a happy pumpkin.
Be honest, Craig. I'm not really entirely sure what they're supposed to do. Is Tony still around? Could Tony give us a rundown on what the interference paints do?
Is that how you say it? Interference paints? They sound strange.
Yeah, I think so. I've drunk all my tea. That's no good. That's no good. I think they're a bit like a coating that you airbrush over the top, if I'm right, of other colours. There you go. He's here. Give me a sec to write it up, he says. Thank you, Tony.
Tony, to the rescue! Mrs MLG, can you just show us your mini? So you're Mystic and see. That confused me. This is Elise. She is very happily keeping this pumpkin in place. She is wearing high-heeled boots, stockings, a corset, and of course the traditional thong of a witch, as we all know.
What's a thong of a witch?
I was just being silly. She is sculpted by W. Clock, and people say that he is renowned for his bottoms, so we call this a clock and booty. Yes, the pumpkin does look very happy. It's a very happy pumpkin. He's obviously just hanging out, having a seat, providing a service. That's what he's doing. Providing a service. Tony says, it's a little like an ink, so red, blue, purple, etc., with a transparent finish, but it applies a metallic finish to it too. C. John says he can't see the pumpkin stalk. Well, that's because I haven't painted it yet, C. John. No, nothing else. It's under there somewhere.
I'd not even thought about that.
No, yes. Craig says he'll have a look at them on Thursday and see.
Awesome.
So yes, so I've painted her skin. Does everybody think the skin looks okay? And her fizzog. She's a bit hard for me to keep in focus because she's only little lady. I'm quite jealous of her figure there, to be fair. So yes, so I painted her skin, and I used Army Painter tanned flesh and Reaper maiden flesh with a little bit of sunburnt flesh as well.
She reminds me of the Matt Dixon painting.
Yes, well, we
room.
had that discussion in Discord. So we do have a Discord channel full of useful painting information and just general nonsense chat. And we discussed the fact that this lady looks like a Matt Dixon painting that we have hung in our bedroom. We had that discussion, my darling, while you were at work.
I see.
We were talking about witches. So there you go. So yeah, so I don't know what to do with his eyes. I want I want to give him some proper eyes, but I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to. I do find it quite difficult to paint on stream because I need a shorter paintbrush. I need one of the Rosemary & Co mini paintbrushes because my painting handle is obviously a normal sized painting handle, and if I paint her, this is where the camera is, and I can't get my paintbrush straight up because it hits the camera. Which is, you know, really completely unhelpful. Let's put it that way. So I might just wait for the eyes until I can do them a bit better, and I might paint her cloak purple. I was going to paint her cloak purple, and it seems that all of my paints are yellow label paints. So I'm going to use Twilight Purple, which, will that not be available anymore either then?
I think Twilight...
With it being a yellow label.
No, a lot of them have been rebadged.
Ah, okay.
So if you bear with me a second.
No, that's fine. It's just
I'll have a check.
telling people what colours I'm using so that they know, and then thinking to myself, but you say that yellow label paints don't exist anymore, which is why they're in our cupboard. So I'm going to mix a tiny bit of Twilight Purple and Solid Black. So basically just a nice purple. I like Reaper paints because I think that they're good. I think they're nice and smooth. I think they go on well. And as a new painter, I really like their consistency. So I'm going to mix those two together to make a slightly darker purple that I am going to paint on her cloak, which is handily billowing away to show her bottom. It's not covering anything up there. Yeah, it is. It's blowing in the wind.
You make me laugh.
Do I?
Yeah, like lots.
Like lots.
I don't know.
Tony and Wicked D says I could just cut the handle off my paintbrush, which is true. I could, but you do only see me painting on a Tuesday, so you know I'll just persevere just for you lot. Mr MLG's setup is completely different to mine, and he has his camera attached to the light above his head, whereas because I don't normally have a camera over here, because he does a lot more streaming, as you all know, mine is precariously balanced on what would you call this thing? What's this thing called?
Arm.
An arm. I've chopped somebody's arm off,
yeah.
and I've stuck it to the side of my desk, and it's precariously balanced on an arm. It's like one of those clamp things that you attach to a desk, and it moves about. But it's not very versatile. It doesn't move very well and doesn't twist in very good directions. But it's stuck on the top of there.
I've
so
just
that
spotted
you can half see what I'm doing.
Spotted a whole section that I've missed painting.
Well, that's no good, is it?
No. All around his hand here. I've failed miserably to paint the grip on his sword.
Oh well, at least you spotted it.
Yeah. We'll get there.
So I'm going to give this a base coat of this Twilight Purple with a small amount of black mixed in, just so it's slightly darker. She is undercoated, this colour here. I mixed grey primer and black primer together and painted her all over with that to get like a darker primer without it being black. So that's what primer she's got on her.
And why did you do that?
And why did I do that? Because I couldn't decide whether I wanted a light grey or a black. So I mixed them together so I got an in-betweeny, if I'm honest. Because I couldn't decide whether a dark primer or a light primer would be better for her skin.
Right.
But then I wanted her clothes to be dark. So absolutely no logic to it other than I couldn't decide. So I mixed them together.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Best of both worlds, you see. Because she's metal, so I had to give her a prime.
Cool.
Yeah, whereas normally I go against all the rules and I don't prime my Reaper Bones minis, which makes a lot of people cringe. but
What do you mean?
because lots of people like to. But with her being metal, then I have.
I like to undercoat mine.
That's fine, my darling. You've been painting a lot longer than me. I'm still learning.
Yeah, give up it. You're better than me.
Please.
Right, let's have a look at this yellow, orange even.
What orange?
Yeah, fireball orange and the twilight purple.
Mm.
So twilight purple is 9483 these days.
Is it still called Twilight Purple?
It is, yeah.
Oh, well, that's handy then.
Twilight purple is 9483. Burning orange.
If they keep the same names, then that's alright, isn't it? Because you can just search for stuff.
Yeah, burning orange doesn't exist anymore, sadly.
Ooh.
And fireball
It's
orange.
Fireball orange that I use.
Fireball
Just
orange
for
now exists as 9469.
But it's still called Fireball orange.
Still called fireball orange.
Well, that's alright then, isn't it?
Yep.
So I'm giving her a purple cloak. I think I'm going to give her a purple hat to match. Oh yeah, I think that would be. So I'm going to use the same mixture of twilight purple and solid black to paint her hat.
Excuse me. I'm just going to... I wasn't happy with his eyes, so... I'm just going to go back over. Used a little bit of blue flame on his skin, and I'm just going to go back over with a little bit of athematic blue. Just to get that colour back.
There you go, wobble cam. Tony says, I found a bulldog mini, just gluing it together.
Awesome.
Has it got a dragon tail?
Right then. I don't know whether to try and paint these tiny little blobs in this kind of quilted legging. Do I paint those as little studs?
Yeah.
Or do I just leave them?
Get them painted. It'll make it look better. Want it extra detail.
Okay, well I'm going to do his hair first.
You said you were finishing this tonight.
I know. I don't know about finishing him in the hour, but I'll definitely finish him tonight.
See, I've got 3 months to paint this lady. Technically. I don't like to start something and not finishing it. Hey Tojo! I don't like to start something and not finish it. But I did yesterday while Mr was streaming. I did start the pumpkin night guy. And then realised that what I was supposed to be painting was this lady. So I'm going to save him and not paint any more of him until next month and use him as my monster for the Reaper Challenge League. And this lady as the seasonal mini for this month. So he's looking at me now going, oh, hang on a minute, you've not finished me and you've moved on. It's very strange. He's also a bit grumpy because his arm's not attached. Yeah, his arm's stuck here on the side because it goes all the way across and I wouldn't have been able to get my paintbrush into the scales. He's only got a bit of silver on him, to be fair, and a bit of brown. It's not like I got very far with him, bless his little cotton socks. But he's going to have a green cape, I think. He's got Midnight Scales by Army Painter. This one.
Oh, yeah.
In between there, that shiny blue. You see that shiny blue is this one. Midnight Scales. And then the shiny silver is gunmetal. But obviously he hasn't had any, he's just had a coat of that. He's not had any...
Oh, metal way.
Yeah, he's not had any excitement. It's gunmetal by Untitled. And then he has got my only brown that I half like, wood grain by Vallejo on his coffin shield. And this wood grain is the same colour as the witch has currently on her broom. I don't like browns. I've not found a brown I really like yet. Wood grain with flat earth over the top are my favourites.
Has Sharon found a brown that she likes yet?
I don't know. Have you found a brown that you like yet, Sharon? Favourite brown? I don't know why brown's so difficult for me to find a colour that I like. They're never dark enough.
Russet brown.
But this rubbish. You like russet brown, and I am very happy that you like russet brown. I'm very happy that you have a brown that you like, my darling. But I don't like that one either. I think that one's equally as poop as all the rest. And we've got hundreds of browns in the cupboard, and they're still all poop. But currently, I don't need a brown because I am painting Elise the Witch, and until I get to her broom, I don't have to worry about brown.
I've got distracted and I'm painting red, and I shouldn't be painting red.
Wicked D brought some earth brown today. I don't know if I've got earth brown. Don't know who makes earth brown. I mean, we've got literally hundreds of browns, and they're all rubbish. And I'm sure they're not. I'm sure that they're all absolutely amazing. It's just that I don't like Reaper. I don't think I've got earth brown.
You don't like Reaper?
No. The earth brown's Reaper.
Ah, sorry.
Right. So, I'm going to try oozing purple. See what it looks like. Wicked D also got surf aqua and peacock green. Tojo says Rhinox brown isn't bad. Is that a Games Workshop-y thing?
It is.
I don't have any Games Workshop because they're all over his side, and I only use what's on my side. So I have Vallejo, Reaper, Army Painter, Green Stuff World. I mean, like, I've got hundreds of paints. It's just that the Games Workshop paints are at the other side of the room.
Yep.
I mean, it's not far away, but that's where they are.
Yeah.
I just don't tend to use them because they're over there.
And you keep Rise of Rust in your cupboard.
Yeah, I only have the ones that I like over here. So I have Rise of Rust in my cupboard. I have Tesseract, which takes so much shaking up that I only use it when I really have to. And Nurgle Rot, they're the ones that I've stolen. Oh, and I've currently, as we talked about last night, currently stolen this stuff because I'm enjoying this stuff. I'm enjoying it. Wicked D says, and that would require moving across. Yeah, literally moving. I mean, it's just there.
On your wheelie chair.
On my wheelie chair we don't have a carpet. I mean, it wouldn't take long, but because I've never used them, I'm not used to them. You see, I'm not used to what colours they are and what they do and everything. I like the Reaper ones. I'm quite happy with my own little thing over here, doing my own little thing. I mean, I've only been painting since January, so once, everything is an experiment anyway.
Yeah.
So, once I progress...
You'd only dabbled before that, hadn't you?
I could experiment with Games Workshop paints, in the future.
I don't know what to do with his eyes. I'm not quite happy with them. Is that...
Peacock green is a phenomenal. Thank you. It's a great colour. Changing that Kumanoko to say great. Peacock green is a great colour. Have we got peacock green?
I don't think we have.
Oh, another one we've not got. Oh, what's going on? Craig says, I angrily squeezed a Vallejo paint the other day. Nearly ended in divorce. Don't forget to unblock them before you first use them.
Yeah.
If you squeeze in
almost like I'm doing the actions to what you're talking about here.
If you're squeezing and nothing's coming out, stop squeezing and poke it with a pin.
Yep. That's the reason why my palette is all painted grey, Craig, because I...
he don't listen to his wife.
Yeah. I'd unblocked it. I had unblocked it, and there was still nothing coming out. And I gave it a good squeeze, and it just came flooding out. Loads of grey primer. So I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll just spread that around the palette, 'cause it's getting a bit messy anyway.
Yeah.
You left me alone for 5 minutes.
I did, 5 minutes. It's always like, I should never leave you alone, because things always happen when I leave you alone. You need supervision. Supervision at all times. I think you should challenge yourself, and your next mini should be all Games Workshop paint.
Yeah.
Well, I did use the contrast paints for the zombies for the survival game for Halloween Fun Day, because we needed to paint them quickly. And that was my first foray into the contrast paints, and I could see how they are really cool for doing stuff like that you just need getting done real quick. They were cool for that. Yes, I could see how good they were for that. Oh look, Tony's putting the emotes on that look like me. Eyes, small Google eyes. And what are you on with now then?
Just highlighting his beard.
Oh, what colour are you doing his beard?
Well, so it's going to be grey, and so I've base coated it with stone grey, and now we're going on some weathered stone.
Is he an old genie then?
Yeah, I think so.
He's been in there a while.
Yeah.
Is he sulking because no one's ever wished for him to be free?
Maybe.
Did anybody ever found out what happens when you wish a genie to be free? Do you get stuck in the bottle instead? Is it just a trick? I always thought that genies were like tricksters, that they pretend that they're going to give you wishes, but really they either let you have the wishes but they twist them so that they're not actually what you mean. Like evil genie.
They're very literal, I think, in a lot of stories, aren't they?
They'd probably get bored with me in my trying to explain exactly what I was meaning with my wish. I would wish to be a witch, but it'd have to be a good witch, and nobody would question the fact that I was a witch, so there'd be no witch burnings. They were just like, oh yeah, cool. And then, you see, I'd be able to help other people because I'd have all witchy powers and spells, and I wouldn't have to use up all my wishes because I'd just be able to do them myself. Be able to help everybody out. See? That's what I'd wish for.
I see.
What would you wish for?
Don't know, I've never really given it a great deal of thought, to be fair.
Oh, well, you're no fun, are
I
you?
know.
What everybody else in chat wish for, because my husband's not entertaining me with this line of questioning. Sharon says, tried sculpting today, it's going terribly. You should stream once something sculpted. You should stream once something sculpted. We did a sculpting course once. It was lots and lots of fun, but equally we were really, really bad at it. But it was fun. It was fun, but we were terrible at it. The things that we sculpted in the sculpting course that we went on are at the shop in the cabinet. So if you ever come to the shop, you can have a laugh at the effort of me and Mr MLG and our rubbishly sculpted green blobs that are in the cabinet at the shop.
Yeah.
Tony says there was an X-Files episode where Mulder wished that the I'll just say it when it begins with D. Genie?
Yeah, Ginny.
Ginny was free. What? Oh, I would have seen that, but can't remember. What happened, Tony? What happened? Was it terrible? Did the world end?
The X-Files is awesome.
Well, I have seen all the X-Files, but it was so long ago. I've even seen the film.
Yeah, I've made you watch them all.
I have seen them before I met you.
Yeah.
But it was such a long time ago, I can't really remember I can't really remember what happens. I discovered that I can sculpt Cthulhu type growth. Yes, your sculpting of your growth was very, very good. And again, picture evidence of sculpting growths in the Discord. I said that it looked like Starbug from Red Dwarf before it was finished.
I sculpted a goblin in a teddy bear costume to
Oh, you did? What was that for?
feature in my Blood Bowl team.
You did, yes. You made your mascot, didn't you? That was good. Moxie says, I wish I could get the lid off my super glue, but it seems I've glued it on. You should tap your super glue. Once you finish... No, this is like me being mum now, isn't it? Once you finish using your super glue, give it a tap on the desk to help the lid not stuck. Bit late once it's already stuck there. But saying that, my super glue is an absolute mess. There's so much super glue in the lid that the lid doesn't fit on anymore.
Yeah. It's a bit annoying, isn't it?
Yeah. And it has to stay in a high up cupboard, so even though Little Miss is extremely sensible, it stays in a high up cupboard so that there's no accidents with super glue. I know you never touch super glue, but it's always best to be safe. Thanks, Tojo!
See you later!
Oh, Arsenal are playing. Good luck. I know they're a football team, but that's about as much as that knowledge goes there. Are they Gunners? Do we up the Gunners?
Arsenal are the Gunners, that's right, I think.
Oh, it sounds terrible when people who don't know about football talk about football, doesn't it? That's like your gran talking about football and she knows nothing about it. I apologise. Tony says she was originally mortal, but she enjoyed a coffee at a coffee shop and enjoyed a bit of people watching. It was quite sweet. You see, that's what I'm thinking. If you free the genie, then I think that would be nice. That would be nice, wouldn't it? A nice coffee in the coffee shop. Is that a bit like Buffy? When Anya becomes no longer a demon and she just hangs out and is mortal and does normal stuff and then gets bored and goes back to being a demon because, that's much more fun. Carabao Cup night today. Okay. Goblin Squire knows about football. I wish for a day without rain. It didn't rain at our place today, but then you'd have to be careful, like what Nathan was saying. Because they could say, oh, there you go, we've wished for a day without rain, and what they've really done is make it rain somewhere else, and you wanted it not to rain at your house. Sneaky, sneaky genies. So, what time is it? 19:53. So, at 8 o'clock, we go over to Goblin Squire. We all run over there. Yes, Buffy. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Asmore, sorry. We all rush over there and have another hour of awesomeness. We do hope that you will join us. So we've still got a bit of our stream left, but that is what we do, so that you all know what happens.
Don't know what to do with his eyes.
Oh, go on, you tell me.
I don't know what to do with his eyes. I'm thinking, I've just spotted the Instar Pure Warm Blue over there. And I wonder if
that's what I used.
Yeah, I wonder if I use some of that on his eyeballs. Because it's quite thin, isn't it?
It's very, very thin. I seem to have put a black spot on her bottom and I haven't even used black. How have I managed that? Look, give her a black bum. What's that all about?
Yeah. How have you managed that?
Spot on her bum and I've not even used it. I thought she stayed human but maintained her fear of rabbits. Yes, she kept her fear of rabbits, but when... well, I'm not going to spoil anything for anybody, am I? It's like 25 years old. But when Xander left her at the altar, she went back to being a demon. And she killed lots of people in the fret house.
Why?
Because it's a program, my darling. And then she goes back again to being... She just can't make up her mind, basically.
Sound pretty much like me.
Sound pretty much... Well, you're not a demon.
I know, like me trying to make up what game I should play.
Oh, okay.
On my iPad.
Well, don't forget, you've got 5 minutes and then it's bedtime.
Oh, what?
I like it.
You like what?
This Insta blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Over the top of the Mystic White. I think it's going to look okay.
What I used it for? What did I use it for?
You used it for the guy's cloak,
A guy's cloak.
didn't you? Oh no, you used it on you. No, you used it on the lady's dress.
On a lady's dress.
The madam.
Oh yes. I don't know what I've done with her. She's kicking around somewhere. Oh, she's up there. Oh no! You remember how I said the camera was precariously balanced? Well, guess what? It fell off.
Uh-oh.
There she is. Oh dear. Yours is taped on. Yeah, the madam. I used the blue on her. It wasn't even worth me getting up to get her to knock the camera off, was it? I know. I mean, she certainly wasn't a demon. No, she wasn't. Not in the last episode, no. She'd gone back again. They'd disowned her, the demon realm. Because she had to get them to reverse the fact that she'd killed the frat house boys. And then they didn't like that. So they said that she could never be a demon again. And they disowned her. And then they tried to beat her up. And Buffy had to save her.
Where is Buffy?
The main character of the TV programme. You've not seen it. You'll watch it when you're older, but not yet. Goblin Squire says, we only had about 10 minutes of rain in this part of Scotland today. Admittedly, it was absolutely torrential, but we've got to take the wins. Every time we've been to Scotland, we like Scotland, and every time we've been to Scotland, it's not rained.
No.
I think you were all making it up. I don't think it rains at all. I think it's some kind of ploy.
What, to stop people going?
Yeah, you want to keep Scotland beautiful and wonderful. So you're like, no, don't come, tourists. All it does is rain. Don't visit, and then we can keep our lovely countryside all nice without you lot wrecking it. Yonoka says all the winds blew it away. Tony's never seen Buffy. Oh,
What?
I love Buffy. I mean, admittedly, it's not a good programme. It's, but I absolutely love it. I think it's amazing.
How many times have you watched it?
Lots of times. I've watched it lots of times. If I had a memory, I could probably do some kind of quiz. But
You do know all the words.
Only when it's on, though. Only when it's on. I'm one of them annoying people that when it's on the telly, I just talk along to it. Local sunshine for local people. Maybe we were just special then that we got sunshine. You did get me lost up a mountain, though.
I did.
Yeah. Tried to get rid of me.
That's not true.
Was it our
Was
first
that
anniversary?
first wedding anniversary?
First wedding anniversary gets me lost up a mountain. Yeah, I could take a hint. He could have just said, So
We had a wonderful time staying in that little hotel. We were near Loch Ness.
I can't remember. I can't remember. I just remember the mountain. Which mountain? Don't know. One near Loch Ness.
Yeah, we stayed in a B&B just up the road from Loch Ness.
Goblin Squire says, I tried Buffy a few times, but tried to get into it later. It's pretty dated. Oh, it is ridiculously dated, yes. You have to watch it with an open mind and remember it's just for entertainment. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, everybody, we will be heading over to see Goblin Squire, and we really, really hope that you all come along with us for more painting awesomeness. Goblin Squire has a completely different style to us. He hasn't, for a start, got me endlessly jabbering on at you. Oh, thank you. Child agrees. That's nice, isn't it?
I think you're the best bit about
Anyway,
that stream.
so we're going to go over now. Thank you all so very, very, very much for joining us. Don't forget to join us tomorrow at 8 o'clock when Mr will be painting and I will just be talking with no painting.
I have no idea what I'm painting tomorrow.
No stream on Sunday because he's at the show. So thank you all. You've been absolutely amazing. I hope you join us again. And we are going to go over now. Don't forget to refresh your page once you get over to Goblin Squire. Could take out the raidy bit in the URL. So you just give it a quick refresh. That would be amazing.
Bye.
Thank you all. See you next time.
Bye.